Uncompromising image quality. We've all heard about it, right? We have YouTubers telling us all about how special the red Komodo is, particularly if we're going after uncompromising image quality. So let's take a look.
I'm seeing you operate. I'm seeing you seeing me too. And I like all the ways you shake, and I can relate to the ways you move. So come on.
I think this is a very important topic and we should talk about it. Welcome to Quick Takes C70 edition. What we're doing here is building a community of filmmakers, content creators, and photographers all at different levels, where we can all share content, knowledge, and information so that we can all level up together. If you're into that type of thing, subscribe. Today we're going to tackle the subject of compromised image quality versus uncompromising image quality. That's the reason why I mentioned the YouTuber comments on their consensus on how and where Komodo falls. So to get a better understanding, let's take a look at our starting point.
All these politics checking off the list, religious hypocrites trying to sell me other doctrine, trying to sell me something for my soul, trying to sell me something for my soul. Now, fiery-eyed brimstone teachers trying to tell me something different, but I ain't gonna listen. No.
That clip was shot on the Canon C70. And what I did is I exposed for my highlights. In other words, the sky that's in the background. That is the brightest part of my frame. Because clipping highlights is never going to be a creative choice that I make. When I look at this log shot at full resolution on my Pro Display XDR, I don't see any noise. I don't see any lack of texture or tonality in the midtones. I also don't see any crushed dark areas in my image. On the other hand, I do see a very pleasing image in a high dynamic range situation with a lot of texture, tonality, and detail all within that focal plane. I find the bokeh pleasing, and the separation make it very easy for my audience to know what it is that they should be focusing on in this shot. And that, of course, helps tell my story. So I find myself wondering, what am I compromising? Maybe it'll fall apart in post. And then this happened.
I'm on the loose, feel like a savage, born in the wild. Boom, 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 hot like a fever, heart is on fire. I've been waiting for ya, I've been waiting for ya. I'm on the loose, running the game, never get tired. You try to erase me like a fade into the wall.
Which leads me to want to share my thoughts with you. But before that, I have some questions for you. Do you see any compromises with this image? Are you able to tell which camera that image was shot on? And would your clients be upset or not happy if they were being represented by a shot like this? And we've all heard that argument about stepping up your production value and stepping into that next level of image making. I personally think it's rubbish. I personally do not have any issues or problems with this level of image quality. And I would argue that I could get a very similar image without degrading it out of a red, minus some of the drawbacks of shooting on the camera like a red. And what I mean by that is noise. And let's not forget, what are people watching on? 4.5 to maybe 7 or 10-inch screens? And we don't even need to get into the whole social media compression, because it doesn't matter if you shot your commercial or your content on an Alexa 65. If you upload it to Instagram, it's still going to look like Instagram video. And all I'm trying to say here is that marketing hype does not equal reality. And what I'm about to say next, I'm going to say because it's just the way that it is, without a filter. Just because your favorite YouTube channel rented a Komodo, they shot a video, they told you all about the benefits of a global shutter and how this camera is really ideal for those of us seeking uncompromising image quality, it does not mean it is not marketing jargon, and that the video wasn't created to simply get more views on that channel. I realize that what I just said might sting a little, and what I'm about to say is going to sting probably a lot more. I've seen a lot of camera review videos and camera comparison videos from channels that are not small, the kind of larger channels that have been around for a really long time, where it is obvious that the person doing the comparison and the review have very little to no idea on how to use the equipment. That equipment that they're gushing all over. And ultimately, that camera that they're pimping in that video is not the camera that they use for their own YouTube productions. A camera alone is not going to give us uncompromising image quality. A camera is a tool. As owner-operators and professionals, it is our skill set and understanding that allow us to create an image. Choosing the right lens is more than 97% of what makes an image, and much more important than which camera body we're attaching that lens to. The lens and the lighting is what allow you to get the most out of the camera and end up with an uncompromising image. I realize that it might seem like I'm picking on Komodo here, but don't get it twisted. I'm picking on YouTubers, YouTube personalities, and YouTube channels that just want to parrot out marketing jargon and cloud up accurate information. My clip was shot on the Canon C70, and I don't see where or how I'm compromising my image quality. Until next time, I'm Carlos. Take care.